Hi, I'm Belinda Smith, and I'm president and founder of BelindaSmithCreative.com. And I'm here on my back porch, which we discussed yesterday, that you're going to hear dogs, see dogs, airplanes flying over, high Delta, and birds, the whole thing. But I love my backyard. I've got about 3 hours before they say thunderstorms are coming through, so I wanted to go ahead and grab a chance to talk to you real quickly. Today I want to talk about criticism. I know. I got a call yesterday from someone, a very extraordinary woman, runs her own business, very well spoken, well educated, someone that you would never, ever, ever think would be bothered by criticism. And yet, here she was calling me to see how I deal with it. What you should know about me and my life of criticism is that I'm a songwriter, and that's sort of the nature of the game. You create something that you love, it's like your baby, you put it out there, you say to someone else, please love my baby, and then they go, that's awful, or I don't get it, or this third line makes no sense, and you're like, how could you say that about my baby? I've been doing that for a long, long time. I also, in another life, it seems like, I was a public servant. I worked with the public here in Nashville for 18 years, and when people decide that they hate the federal government, I was pretty much the person that they came and told. But they didn't ever speak to me kindly. It was always personal. So I've been called pretty much every name in the book, told how stupid and ridiculous I am, and oh, people are lovely sometimes. So I've dealt with criticism. I've dealt with getting things, and then I've also run company where I work with aspiring songwriters. So I'm used to giving criticism. So the three things that I told my friend yesterday I felt like might be helpful for you. Number one, I decide whether or not someone can give me criticism. I don't accept it from everyone. I do not accept criticism from people who have not earned that spot, who have not earned a place to give me criticism. Number two, the next thing I do is, if you're somebody who gets to give it to me, then I feel it. I'm going to be honest, sometimes people make me mad, sometimes you hurt my feelings, and sometimes you rock my world. Sometimes when I'm not even asking for feedback and I get it, it's the greatest, greatest, greatest aha. So however it is, I take it. For example, I watched Marissa's video yesterday about what we can do, where to look. And Marissa talked about eye contact. That. Y'all, I so do that. And that's, if we were sitting here talking, I would do that because I talk with my eyes like that. I look around, I decide what I'm going to say, I'm trying to think. My world is rocked. So when I went back and I started watching other videos of professional people that I watch, I realized that they don't break eye contact. Totally freaked out. But that is an example of feeling criticism, knowing that I've got something huge to work on, and yet being so excited to know what a small thing that I would never ever caught because I was just trying to be me. And as it turns out, I'm breaking connection with the camera every time I look away. Then the third thing I do with criticism and handling that is I get to decide whether I want to accept it and whether or not I want to apply it. Okay? So the first time I decided if you're even allowed to give it to me, whether or not I'm even going to entertain you. The next thing that or entertain them. The next thing that I do is I feel it. Well, however it is, I allow myself to have that reaction to it. The third thing I do is I decide what am I going to do with it. Okay? In our example from number 2 with Marissa, I'm so applying that, and I can tell that I'm still looking away because it's part of what I do, but we're on day 6, we got plenty of time to work on this, but I'm applying that. I got some negative feedback on something a few days ago on a song that I'd written, and I completely disagree. I just disagree. So it was from someone I respect, totally have the right to give it to me, but as a professional, as an artist, I have the right to say, okay, I respect your opinion. Everyone's allowed an opinion, but I'm not necessarily going to bring it into my world. one caveat with all of that. If I get the same piece of criticism or the same piece of feedback from three different places, not all in one class, that's Southwest. And look at airplane commercial here or something. If I get criticism from three different places, like I was saying, not in one class where everybody's kind of working together and we feed off each other, but if I'll get something from here, something unrelated over here, and then down here, and they're all the same thing, then like it or not, Belinda, you've got something you got to fix. Okay? So for example, the song that I turned in earlier this week, and my publisher said, I don't know about this. Okay, I respect what they said, but I'm not sure, I've been doing this a long time. I feel like I feel like that's just a disagreement point. But if I get it two more places, I will change it. Like it or not, I want my message to reach the most amount of people. And so those are three ways that I handle criticism, and that in ways that I choose whether or not I want to invite it into my life. I hope this really helps you on your adventure, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Happy day.